Welcome to tonight's Be the Change Business Opportunity Call. My name is Heather Tucker, and I will be your host along with my friend Jessica to the left of me, or right, whichever way you're looking at it. And just wanted to share a little bit about me, and Jessica's going to share a little bit about herself in a little bit, just so you guys understand our background and how it is that we actually decided to become a Beachbody coach. So for myself, again, my name is Heather. I am going to be 42 next Tuesday, actually. And I have 3 boys. Their ages are 19, 16, and 10. My 2 youngest, their last day of school was today, so I'm like, woohoo, I'm in party mode. No more waking up early. But basically, my background is I grew up in a home where we just love food. We grew up in a Jewish home mixed with Christian home, and that involves a lot of potlucks and sweets and family coming over and feeding you food when you fall on your knees, and so everything was like involved around food. So I loved food always growing up, but I was also very active. I was always in sports, on the dance team, you name it. I was always in something that kept my body moving. And so even though I was eating this food, it didn't really affect me when I was younger. And so as I got older and I graduated high school and didn't have to participate in PE anymore, I kind of overnight put on like 10, 15 pounds real easy just because I kept eating the same way. But I didn't really think too much of it. I was enjoying myself, going out partying, and didn't really care at that point. Kind of got into the party scene with drinking alcohol and that kind of stuff. And so I did that for a while, got married and got pregnant with Cody, who again is now 19. But when I got pregnant with him, I found out I had gestational diabetes. And so with that pregnancy, I had to watch everything that I ate. So I didn't really gain that much. I think I maybe gained like 20 pounds or something like that. And so breastfed after he was born. And so I was able to take the weight off pretty quickly after him. And then I got pregnant with Michael, who again is now 16. And when I was pregnant with him, I developed hypoglycemia, which if you guys don't know what that is, it basically means that you have to eat something every couple of hours because you start getting like dizzy, feeling lightheaded, the shakes, really weird stuff. And so I remember when I first started getting these symptoms, it started freaking me out. I'm like, what the heck is this? And so I went to the doctor and they told me, oh, okay, you have hypoglycemia. You need to, start eating every couple hours. Well, I was thinking it was like a pregnancy thing because I had already had diabetes with Cody. And so I was thinking that after I had Michael, that it would just go away. Well, it didn't. And I just kept eating because I was scared. I developed social anxiety and these different things because I was always freaked out that I was going to pass out somewhere. And so I started like not driving as much. And I just really developed these weird like phobia things from just having hypoglycemia. I was always freaked out all the time. So I started carrying food everywhere and the weight just kept packing on, and had a really hard time losing weight at that time. Then I got divorced, and from the time I got divorced until I met Chuck, there was probably about a year in between. And for that year, I did start focusing on myself and I started cutting out sugars. And so I started feeling a little bit better, but I didn't really lose like a lot of weight because I wasn't really, doing my portions. I was still eating big meals. Wasn't really educated at that time with portion control and stuff like that. And so I met Chuck when Michael was about a year old. And when I met Chuck, the difference between my ex-husband and my now husband gave me the freedom to eat food and feel comfortable with eating food. When I was married before, my ex-husband was so like mean. He was always putting me down, telling me he was going to leave me if I got fat. He didn't want to put his name on the birth certificate for Cody because, you know, just in case we got divorced, he didn't want to have the responsibility. And so he was just a real like mean person. And so I was always really focused on what I was putting into my mouth all the time and didn't feel comfortable eating. So going from that to when I met Chuck, he was like all about the food. He came from a family where they love food. They're like a bigger family, and he's a little bit on the bigger side too. And so when I first met his family, and they were all about like sharing food, and I was like, oh my gosh, here's a place and a man that I can be with and actually be comfortable being myself and enjoying food. So guess what happened? We started putting on weight together, eating and feeling in love and eating our love feelings. And then I got pregnant with Joshua. Oh, no, excuse me. Then I got pregnant before Joshua. I had 2 miscarriages, actually. Both of them got up to where I was 4 months pregnant, and then just the heart stopped beating. Don't know why. Very painful time in my life. I literally got mad at God and like walked away from him for like 6 months. Which if you guys have known me for a while, you know that I love God like a lot. And so for me to like turn my back and be pissed at him was huge. I stopped going to church. I stopped praying, stopped reading my Bible, and was just mad, upset because I didn't think that he would allow the same thing to happen 2 times in a row. I thought, okay, I had this 1 miscarriage. Then when I had the second one, I'm like, whoa, you know, my perception of how life ran just totally got blown out of the water. And so I was really pissed off. And I ate my feelings, totally put on a lot of weight at that time. Then we decided to try again, and I did get pregnant with Joshua. I had a very difficult pregnancy with him, could not keep anything down, liquids, nothing. I ended up in the hospital, and they had to send me home with a PICC line, and Chuck became my nurse, changed my IV bag, and it was just a big mess. So getting him here was hard, but he is totally my miracle. I could not be happier, and now he's 10. And I still look at this little dude, and I'm like, you are a precious miracle. I mean, I cry sometimes when I look at him because to get him here was like the hardest thing ever. But after I had Joshua, I had the hardest time taking weight off, and the stuff that used to work for my last 2 kids wasn't working. And I just was even starting to think, man, my thyroid or something must be off. I could not lose weight. It was crazy. I was trying like all these programs like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, Advocare, Herbalife, like you name it, low carb, no sugar. I was like doing all this stuff, and I could only go for maybe a week or 2, and then I would either get sick of it or it just was too expensive or one reason or another. And I kept putting on more and more weight until I was 235 pounds. And on my small frame, that looks huge. I'm only 5'3". So I gained weight everywhere, my feet, my fingers. I mean, it just went wherever there was space that it could go. And so at that point, obviously, I became so depressed, so embarrassed to go outside, so embarrassed for my kids, friends to see me. I mean, I was just went into like this major shell. I even got to the point where I started ordering groceries to be delivered to my door by Vons. I was that embarrassed of people seeing me outside the house. And so I really had a hard time going places because I'd put myself in this very depressed state where I was having anxiety attacks and you name it all the time. Then one day I'm sitting in front of the TV with a big bowl of sweets, cake and ice cream, which was my favorite at that time. Literally, it was a big bowl. Every time I would binge eat, it was always sweets. And I always had to have like ice cream and cake or ice cream and cookies and whipped cream, you know, something crunchy on top like Reese's Pieces or mini M&Ms or something. Chocolate syrup everywhere. I mean, I went in like, and I did that at least 2 to 3 times a week, you guys, all the time. And so this one day I'm doing my thing, eating my sweets, and all of a sudden this spunky young girl named Shalene Johnson comes on the TV and she's doing Turbo Fire and it looks so fun. And I'm like, oh, that totally reminds me of my dance team days from high school. I have to get that program. It looks like fun. So I ordered it, got it home, and started doing it, and I fell in love, and pretty much the rest is history. I started losing a little bit of weight just from doing the fitness portion, started cutting back on portions just by myself. I didn't actually have a coach at that time that was helping me, so I just did it all by myself. And as soon as I got done with that program, I went on to the next and went on to the next. And I did this from 2007 until 2010. And I lost about 100 pounds at that point. And so in 2010, around the time when I had lost my 100 pounds, we had moved to a new area, was having trouble making new friends, and put a little bit of weight back on. And around that time is when I met my coach, Anita, and she was online, very excited about life, very positive, never had anything negative to say, was always encouraging. And no matter what my mood at that time was, I knew if I went onto Anita's Facebook page, I was going to feel better. And that is what I started doing every day, until this one day she had a business opportunity call just like this. I went on. I did not say that I was on. I was like this little fly on the wall. She was asking who was there, and I was ignoring her. I just like wanted to go on and just get a glimpse of what this Beachbody coaching was all about. And so I heard her story, and it was very similar to mine. And I'm like, okay, dude, you got to tell me more about this. And so it took a while. I did a lot of investigating, was not sold on becoming a coach for probably over a year. It was a while. I definitely took a while to come on board. Even though I wanted to, I was just skeptical and nervous and all those emotions that you can have. And so it was about May of last year, I believe, is when I decided to actually make the jump and become a coach. And by that time, I had seen the Focus T25 on the TV, and I already knew that was going to be my program of choice. And so I came on board with that program and with the Shakeology, tried that for the first time and fell in love because it totally took away my sweet tooth. And that's the only thing out of all these other things that I had tried over all these years that actually took away my sweet tooth. And because that was my huge struggle, I was sold. I'm like, dude, I'm telling everybody about this. So I started like talking about Shakeology on my page, take pictures of myself doing my workouts, showed people my results, and people just started coming to me, and the rest is history. Now I've built a team. I'm up to diamond rank status, which is the second level of being in the business. You can go up several levels, so you get to like 15 star. So my next level is 1 star, and then it goes up to 15, and then you can keep going like as many times as you want. But it's been amazing. The main thing that has touched my life from being a coach are people like Jessica or, some other gals on my team that they're having their own journey and they're inspiring others to make that change. And knowing that I have the opportunity to seriously help people lead more healthy, fulfilling lives is huge. I seriously feel like God has allowed all of these things in my life. Everything has lined up to now, where I am right now. And I seriously have a passion for helping people. And I'm so thankful to God that He took me through all of those hard things, because now, what's happening? The people that I talk to, I'm hearing their background, and a lot of it is relating to what I've gone through. And it's helping me to be a better coach. And so it's been amazing. So that's about me. Now I'm going to unmute Jessica, if I can figure this out. Okay. Unmute. Okay, does it work?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jessica is going to tell a little bit about herself, and then When she is done, I'll go into the specifics about coaching. So take it away, Jessica.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I've been a Beachbody coach since the beginning of April, I believe. I signed up right before my husband's birthday. Yeah. So, um, a little bit about me. I've been overweight my entire life. As a kid, I was heavier. I wasn't fat, but I was always the chunky kid. But I never really got made fun of it for it. It didn't affect me too much other than self-conscious. But I had a lot of friends and I didn't have any problems getting along, but I did not know anything about eating healthy either. In our family, food was a reward. My mom would pick us up from school with Slurpees or popsicles and bring us Carl's Jr. for lunch on special days or if we were having a bad day. And mom always had a chocolate drawer. If we were having a bad day, she would give us candy. That was her thing. So we had a lot of bad food in the house. Mind you, my parents are both very thin and very fit. And I don't know what happened. I didn't get their genes, unfortunately. So, um, but I stayed heavy most of my life. And then about 5 years ago, I decided something had to change. So I started, actually got into Herbalife first and started doing that. I also started working out a lot. I started boxing again, which I absolutely love. And I got really into that. I lost about 100 pounds, but I never really changed what I ate. I just kind of cut back for a while, and then I'd go back to things. I'm a real yo-yo dieter. When I did Herbalife, I lost the weight, and only because I was replacing 2 meals a day, so I wasn't really learning how to eat. I was just supplementing. And then, so after doing that for a while, I stopped doing Herbalife and kept most of the weight off. I stayed pretty steady. I gained probably about 10, 15 pounds back. And then I would gain 5 pounds back, lose 7, gain 4 pounds, lose 6, and kind of went back and forth and just kind of kept it off that way, but I didn't really do anything to maintain it. And then I got pregnant, and all of a sudden, any rules I had went out the window. I decided I could eat anything as much as I wanted, and I didn't care, and nobody better get in my way or I'd probably eat them. So that's what I did. I ate a lot, and I gained about 75 pounds when I was pregnant. And I was borderline diabetic. Thank God I didn't get the gestational diabetes, but I was right there. I was super hypoglycemic. I remember doing my blood sugar test, and I almost passed out at work because my blood sugar had dropped to like 20, which is crazy. So needless to say, I wasn't very healthy during my pregnancy. I ate lots of candy, lots of crap I wasn't supposed to eat. I didn't care. And then after I got pregnant, I actually gained a few more pounds. I didn't lose any weight. I was breastfeeding and I was not losing weight at all, no matter what. I mean, I wasn't really trying that hard, but even with the breastfeeding and cutting back a little bit when she was born, I didn't lose anything. So then about 6 or 7 months after my daughter was born, I was like, I need to do something. It's getting time. So I lost about 15 pounds and stayed there, but didn't proceed forward after that. I just went back to eating bad and going to that. And then after that, we moved out of where we were living with my brother and moved in with my husband's brother, who eats a lot healthier and is a lot more of a healthy person than my side of the family. So when we moved in with him, I kind of felt a little bit more inspired because he was going to the gym every day and eating well. So I was like, that's cool. And then Heather posted this awesome free clean eating group on Facebook. And I was like, I'm going to join her group. And so I did. And I failed miserably probably within 3 hours of the group starting. And I just disappeared. And that was probably the last anybody heard from me in that group. But I stalked Heather. In the meantime, after I left the group, I was still stalking Heather, watching her exercise, watching her recipes and all this stuff. And I was like, gosh, I can do this. I've done this before. I can do this. I just need to really focus. So finally, I decided I was going to do it. So I messaged Heather and I was like, I think I'm ready. So I joined her second clean eating group. And this time I actually stuck with it. I ate clean the whole time. And I ordered my challenge pack, I think actually a few days before it started. So I started my challenge a few days into the clean eating group. And after that, I mean, I've still had struggles in between. I've gained a little bit of weight back, but then caught back on track. But the difference now is I'm able to catch myself when I'm doing it and easily get back on track because I have so much support to turn back to. I have my exercises that have just become a routine, even on my really bad days. Sometimes I'll save them till like almost 5 o'clock at night, but I'm gonna get them done. If it kills me, I'm gonna do it. And then, eating with the 21-day fix, the portion control system they have and just the simplicity of it all just helped me so much. And I think I'm able to make a lot better choices. And so then I started sharing my story, and I've really been awesome. I've had some of the people from my past I haven't talked to in forever message me privately and tell me that they're inspired by me and they're so proud of me and things like that. And it's just really encouraging. So that made me want to help other people because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been a little bit heavier, and then I lost some weight and got more attention for it. And I've been there too. So I kind of can relate. And I just want everyone to feel more confident and better about themselves, like I'm starting to feel. So that's why I became a coach.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm like, where's my unmuter? Well, thank you, Jessica. You have just been like, seriously, probably one of my best challengers because you're real and you share when you're about to eat a big thing of sweets or when you're struggling or like I love that we're a group of women and we just get each other anyway. So like I can be like, oh my God, I'm PMSing and I need like chocolate now or whatever, and we can say that in the group and everyone's like, no, go eat some yogurt or something. So anyways, thank you. I really appreciate hearing your story. It's really cool to get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute Jessica, and I'm going to open up. I'm just going to show you guys if I can. This is the first time I've done this, so bear with me. Okay, so you can see what I look like now, right? Hopefully. I'm going to show you guys what I looked like before, just so you can see it. Okay, can you see that picture right there? Yeah? Okay, so that's what I look like at 235 pounds. That was my heaviest. We were on family vacation at Legoland, and I remember even though the smile's on my face, I did not feel happy. So that is where I started. So now I'm going to screen share. Let's see. Okay. Pray this works because it's the first time that I've ever done this. Okay. Can you guys see that screen? Yeah? Okay. All right. So here's just a couple of pictures. These are all coaches. Here's our top coach right now, Melanie Mitro. But these are at some of the events that we have once a year. And I'm going to skip a couple of slides because we just went over our stories. Okay. All right. So this slide here explains the history of Beachbody. So Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Cogden with the core purpose to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. Through infomercials, they were able to give everyone equal access to a variety of world-class, proven, no-nonsense, in-home DVD fitness programs. Carl and John set this company apart from any other by taking a risk and creating programs that required hard work and commitment, no magic potions, quick fixes. If you've ever tried P90X or know someone that has, you know it requires like serious commitment. And it's really, really hard too. I haven't even been able to complete that program myself. It's like really hard. Okay, so here's kind of a timeline. So you can see all these programs that have come out. Okay, and so around 2009 is when Team Beachbody was launched and the coach aspect came into play. So before it was more just an infomercial where you bought the DVDs and that's it. So just look at everything that we've created in the last couple of years. I mean, it really represents a true commitment to the company's core purpose to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. And I'm sure, you guys know somebody that probably did one of those programs, in the last couple of years. Okay, and this just goes over, you can see from 2007 when we first created the coaching opportunity, how much, and we actually just hit 1 billion last year. So they've actually really grown quite a bit. And then here's the amount of coaches. So in 2007, 40. We actually just hit 300,000 in January. So that number has actually been updated. So we're still growing. There's still, I mean, if you think of Mary Kay, they've been around for a long time and they have like millions of people, reps. So, I mean, we're still kind of in the bottom floor, which is kind of cool because it still means that there's a lot of growth opportunity to be had, which is really nice. All right, so I've already mentioned a few things that make us unique, but when you put all of those 4 things together, fitness, nutrition, peer support, and rewards, it really is unique because a lot of the diets out there, they only provide you with like a fitness plan and sometimes just nutrition, but they don't actually have the support piece, which really, really separates Beachbody from a lot of the other companies that are out there. Then we developed Shakeology. So Shakeology is Team Beachbody's main product, only sold through coaches. It is amazing. I was sharing, if you weren't on the call earlier, I was saying that this product has been the only thing that has taken away my sweet tooth. Shakeology is awesome. It's a daily dose of dense nutrition. It gives you all your vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, adaptogen herbs to help increase energy. That also helps to combat stress. There's prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, digestive enzymes to aid in digestion and help promote regularity, which is amazing. There's nothing on the market that matches up to the dense nutrition, health benefits, and dollar for dollar. So less than $5 a serving, you can get nutritional equivalent of $41 worth of fruits and vegetables in 1 glass. So it is amazing. And drinking it every day, it just makes you feel good. Like for me, I haven't had to take my sleeping pill that I used to have to take. I can fall asleep a lot easier. Again, my sweet tooth has totally diminished except for during like PMS time. That's probably the only time that I really struggle. And then it's back to eating yogurts and drizzling honey on top of it. That always helps during PMS. Okay, so Shakeology alone isn't what makes Team Beachbody so unique. It is the fact that this company has a solution for everyone, regardless of age, gender, or fitness level. So we have a ton to choose from as far as fitness programs. And then here's some of our results that people have had. What I like, this boy right here they're going to show next, he's actually in high school. Isn't that cool? I think that's so neat. So anybody, all ages, all walks of life can use our programs. And then again, here's the peer support. We are amazing sauce people. Okay, so what is a coach? A coach does not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. They don't have to already be at their fitness and nutrition goals or a sales background, so you don't have to have any of that. All it is we are sharing how people can achieve the best life possible. We're committed to being proof the product works from using their own fitness programs and using Shakeology. And daily, we're improving and developing ourselves through personal development. You get to set your own hours. You can work part-time, full-time, build online or in person. You'll actually notice the majority of us build online, our businesses. We get rewarded in commissions, bonuses, trips. I actually just went on the trip to Cancun in April. Next year, we're working on a cruise to the Caribbean, and it's not too late. Anybody could do this, and it takes not that much time to actually earn the trip, which is nice. But we do have amazing support. We get all the training tools. We give them all to you. As a matter of fact, our team, Be the Change, we have all the training tools lined up. It's like duplicable. So what I do, I give to you and you do, and you give to your person and they do. It's all very, very easy. We have weekly team calls, so lots of support from the team. And then we have leadership trainings. We have our own team page. So you can join as a coach for free, and I'll show you guys how. When you purchase a challenge pack, which they range in price from $50 to $80, actually this month we have one for $10, which is a 21-day fix when you purchase it with Shakeology. So for a total of $140, you can actually become a coach. You get your whole setup with the 21-day fix, the whole meal plan, container system, DVDs for exercise, and you can become a coach for free. Okay, so let's see. And then you just pay $15.95, and then here's a list of everything that the business fee gives to you. So Coach Online Office, where all the training is, customer service, marketing, training, Beachbody On Demand. And then you do have choices. Join as a customer, or you can join as a coach. So within the next 24 hours, the person who invited you to this call will follow up with you. They're going to ask you what you liked about the presentation. They're going to ask if Team Beachbody feels like a fit for you, and which option appeals to you the most, either coach or customer. Okay, so these are the things that I want you guys to think about. What can becoming a coach do for you? Who can you help? So that's a good thing to be starting to think about. Do you know people that could use some help? And what are your goals and dreams? So as you think about being a coach, there's so many things that you can do with the opportunity. You know, there's paying off debt. There's paying for groceries. I mean, there's so many things that the money side can do for you. We do make commission off of bringing in a challenger off of what we call a challenge pack, which is when you purchase fitness and Shakeology together. And then we also make team bonuses as you build a team and hit different levels. So the money is outrageous. It can get pretty high depending on how high you want to go in the business. If you just want to get a discount off of your products, you can be a discount coach. So there are several options to choose from as far as coaching goes. And then, of course, we would just love to have you on our team. We love on people every day. We have, like I said, team meetings. We have group support on our team page. Questions get posted, and someone's always there to answer them. So you have that support piece the whole way in your business. So you'll never be without someone to help you. All right. So I'm going to end the call now, and whoever invited you, please get back with them. Let them know if you have any questions at all. Otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this meeting. Thanks again to Jessica for sharing her story, and I hope that we can welcome you soon to Team Be the Change. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye.